right. Hey, everybody.
Hi.
How y'all doing?
Wonderful.
I'm surprised we have this many today. I was expecting like 2 people since it's a holiday weekend.
You always say that, and don't never work out.
Yeah, that's probably true. Okay, well, I'm glad that you all decided to come on this holiday weekend, so I'll get you all in and out, because they are predicting some terrible storms here in Charlotte this evening, so I don't want to keep you all too late. So before we get into our meal of the day, I'll go ahead and talk to you about, we're going to do a roasted cauliflower and lentil salad. Hi, welcome to Love in Action. How you doing? And for our dessert or sweet, I call it more of a snack today than a dessert. We're doing these little trail mix cups. And super easy, super healthy, super fast. You know, I try to do as many dump and go recipes for you all. It's sweetened. It's still sweet.
You like me, yeah.
But today, okay, so we've had our midterm, we've reviewed our midterm, we've gone through that. It's coming back for you, Sharon. Yeah. The midterm was 2 weeks ago, and we reviewed those questions again last week, and y'all did pretty well. So now, with our last, 5 weeks remaining for class, I believe? We end on June 30th, I think there's 5 weeks left. Until we're out of here, I wanted to add on a couple of new things, right? While still adding on based on what we did before. So last week, for the half that were here last week, I gave you all a blank sheet. I asked you all to write 6 non-starchy veg, 5 starches, 4 fruits, 3 proteins, 2 fats, and 1 seasoning, right? For the Niger Goddess meal planning method. So a lot of y'all left said that you were going to use that for the week. So I want to know who actually did it.
I haven't been to the store yet, I'm gonna be honest. I haven't been to the store yet.
Okay. It's just a way to think about it. How do you add more fruits and vegetables to your diet, right? So to be conscious of that. So you're right at this point now, we're all, adults. We probably go to the store and buy the same things, maybe some different seasonings, about the same stuff. Okay, let's switch it up. Not only is it good for your palate to wake it up, but it's good for your microbiome, okay? You need that diversity. So if you eat the same stuff every time, especially when it's not super healthy, it's not gonna change much, okay? It's not gonna be good. Hi, welcome to Love in Action. Hey, how y'all doing? We're just getting started.
I found that buying more produce to keep on our counter or in our refrigerator, I found that I guess we've been so conditioned to foods lasting a lot longer than they should. So now buying the organic things, they go bad real fast. So it's like if you don't eat it, that's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
so if you don't eat it right away, it's like wasted. So I'm trying to get to reprogram myself to say, when you buy this, you got to make sure you're gonna eat it right away.
You don't want to put many down drinks.
It's gonna spoil.
Right. So you're absolutely right. We've been conditioned to shop at big box stores and only go grocery shopping once or twice a month, right? And real food, does not last for 30 days. I don't care if you put it in the refrigerator or not. Okay, so if you just shop at Sam's Club, everything you have in the box and everything's with preservatives, on top of all the other crap and all the non-GMO and all the, GMOs and all the things that we're against in this class, okay? So you're supposed to go to the grocery store at least once a week because you should be eating fresh produce on a daily basis. So when people say, especially like when we have our tower garden, like that's too much, I can't eat all that, then you're not eating enough. You're definitely not eating enough fruits and veg, okay? And if it's spoiling, it's because you have been conditioned not to eat fresh things. Everything's cooked and dyed and laid aside. Okay, we don't want that. Do that occasionally as an indulgence, but not as a staple of your diet. Okay, so hey Lauren. Okay, hey. All right, more people coming. I did not expect this. Hi, how are you doing? Welcome. So does everyone have today's handout for our lecture portion? Okay. I did this like around 3 o'clock in the morning, so hopefully there's no typos. Talking about resistant starch. Now we have touched on this a few times, but we never delved deep into it. So for those who have been here, who can tell me without cheating now? Okay, the answer is in front of you. But who can recall from our previous discussions what is resistant starch and what foods are easy to make to add resistant starch to? How do you make certain things resistant starch? Not apples. You said what? Boil it? No. You're in the ballpark.
You say add to it.
So how do you make something that doesn't have resistant starch naturally make it turn into resistant starch? So, okay, y'all forgot. So I'm just gonna give the answer.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's just rewind that. Okay, so we always talk about, because our first one we talk about diabetes and pre-diabetes and insulin sensitivity and insulin resistance, right? So I was saying to you, you want to eat something like a whole grain. I did the whole bread example of a whole grain bread versus a white bread and how it just disintegrated into absolute nothing and the whole grain held up. And the difference was that the whole grain is going to break down slower. It's not going to spike your blood sugar, right? Whereas the white bread that just completely turned into nothing, that's what spikes. It absorbs too quickly. You're going to be hungry faster. You're going to eat more calories a day. So with that principle, it's like eating white rice, which you'll never see me have white rice in this class or at this restaurant, because it has no nutrients. All the bran has been stripped away. It's left just the endosperm, which is just the germ. It's just the sugar part, right? And that's why it spikes. That's why it's very high on the glycemic index, which is why you should eat wild rice or eat quinoa or brown rice if you want that kind of thing, if you want that rice feel. But how can you eat if you say, eating? I just can't go my whole life and never have white rice again, because I just like it, okay? And then we discussed, well, how can you eat white rice, especially if you're diabetic or have an insulin issue? Yeah.
Cook it and then put it in the refrigerator.
Oh, say it louder for the people.
Cook it and then put it in the refrigerator and then eat it after.
Correct. So if you have white rice or white potatoes that you want to consume and you don't want to spike your blood glucose levels, once it's cooked, if you refrigerate it, like you're completely cool, hi, welcome, love, and action, and then you consume them, it's filled with resistant starch, and it does not spike your blood glucose. That's the quote-unquote cheap way to eat it, even though it still has no nutrition.
Right. I got
Okay?
it. I just like that.
All right? But that's a way so it won't spike your glucose levels. Yep. Yeah, let it cool down, put it in the refrigerator overnight, and then you eat it the next day. Now it has resistant starch. So now when you eat that same white rice that you would have eaten fresh, you eat the next day after it's been cooled, now it has resistant starch, and now it's not going to spike your blood sugar. Same thing for white potatoes. Yep. So that's what we had mentioned in the class several times, okay? But apparently that fell on deaf ears, but that's all right. We're going to talk about today.
That.
Yeah.
So are you going to eat it cold? Or
You can reheat it. You can reheat it.
Okay.
Once it gets cold, it takes it away.
Once it's cold, that's when the resistant starch forms. So if you eat it, you can eat it cold or you can eat it warm. Remember, who recalls why we don't want to eat hot food? We don't want to eat cold food. We want to eat room temperature food. Who recalls why? It is easier to digest. Why is it easier to digest? Okay, Sharon. Excellent job. Okay, so the answer is, so our bodies are what temperature?
Oh, yeah.
98.7, right? So then you eat some ice cream that's what 50 degrees, right?
Good.
You're eating some non-dairy ice cream, right? That's at 50 degrees, right? Or you're eating some vegan fried chicken or French fries, right? That's cooked at 120 degrees, right? Okay, so now your body, before it can do anything, before it can extract any remote nutrients or anything, it's got to cool it down or warm it up. That takes energy. That's why when you eat supposed soul food and you eat fast food, that's why you get the itis, because your body has to take all that energy just to get the temperature right. Then got to slosh through all the dead animals and all the grease and all the crap, right? And that takes a lot of energy. That's why when you start eating a whole food plant-based diet, you're just floating along, right? You just have energy, you feel lighter, you don't get tired, you're not weighed down, and that's why. And then when you're eating things closer to room temperature, your body's not having to expel any energy to warm it up or cool it down, right? So it makes it digest even better, and you can absorb more of the nutrients, okay?
Wow. So your body's under construction, so it's going to shut you down so it can do what it needs to do, and that's why
It's going to do what it needs to do always. Because your body does one thing at a time.
One thing at a
Your
time.
body does one thing at a time. So when you're digesting, that's why you shouldn't be eating right before you go to bed, Because instead of your body starting the healing process, it's got to sit there and break down your fried chicken and all the crap you ate 30 minutes ago, right? Because it has to finish that first before it can go into that. Then if you don't have a deep, restful sleep, because you have sleep issues, because other health problems, and it just goes on and on and on, and this is how you start having chronic issues, chronic diseases. Okay, just from doing small things. Make sure you're fully masticating, fully chewing your food, so that you at least 15 times, preferably 30, at least 15 times before you swallow, right? So that you can actually absorb those nutrients. That's another thing your body has to do. You're scarfing food down, these clumps of food, now it's got to use more energy to break down what you were rushing to chew in your mouth. Pump your brakes, it's already on your plate, okay? It's all good, okay? It should be a liquid before you swallow, okay? That's called chyme. Yep.
And also not waiting until you're hungry to eat. So I find that eating fast is because I'm hungry. And I'm like, okay, I'm finally, so you're not supposed to wait till you're hungry to eat.
That's correct. I've realized there's two types of people. There are people that get hangry, like my husband and my sister, and people who can just be patient regardless, like me, right? When they're in hanger mode, they just can't hear anything, and they just have to. So if you're that kind of person, you must eat on a schedule, okay? Because you're just gonna shoot yourself in the foot. If you're the other type of person, that's okay, because you're not gonna freak out. I'm just like, why are you making everybody's problem that you're hungry? Like, why is the world against you because you're hungry right now? I don't understand. But my dad was like that, my sister was like that, my husband's like that. I just, this is what it is. But okay, so I just kind of went back. So let's go forward. So everyone does have this handout for resistant starch. All right, you know it's gonna be interactive. So let's see. Would you, Sheila, would you read the definition as loud as you can? From this is the front page. Oh, I didn't label. Okay, see, I told you all 3 o'clock in the morning. It's my bad. The one, the picture on the front of the belly.
Okay. Of resistant starch?
Yes.
Okay. Resistant starch is a type of carbohydrate that is resistant to the process of digestion. These starches pass through the small intestine, undigested, and enter the large intestine where they ferment and act as a food for the good bacteria in the gut. Resistant starches are not converted to glucose in the small intestine, and therefore they may contribute to better blood glucose control.
And when I send out information like this, I always have to put may and all that kind of crap, because I'm recorded and because I'm not your healthcare professional. But it does do that, but I can't do that without, I don't want any issues, okay? Okay, so I don't want you to feel like it may, no, it does, okay? But when you show it to somebody else, I don't need any problems. Okay, so based on that definition, does everybody understand that? Did everybody hear that? Okay, what does it mean? What does that mean, Sharon? The definition. Tell me in a sentence. What does that mean?
What
it is?
It's better for your blood.
Better for your blood sugar, your blood glucose levels, rather. Mm-hmm.
So resistant starch.
Because it does not convert to glucose. When it's in our small intestine, that's where the absorption of nutrients happens. So when it gets to that part of the travel down into your stomach and going to your small intestine into your colon, it doesn't absorb. So you'll see some more things why. Okay, so I'm sorry, what's your name again? Crystal. Crystal, would you read foods that are high in resistant starch?
Foods that are rich in resistant starch. Foods that are
Okay.
beans, peas, lentils, whole grains,
Sorghum. Mm-hmm.
barley, oats,
Hi, welcome to Action.
plantains, green bananas. Green bananas are ripe in resistant starch, converts to a regular.
You come on in. No, go ahead, Crystal.
As bananas ripen, the resistance of starch converts into regular starch. Cooked in cool rice, potatoes. The process of cooking and cooling increases levels of resistant starches. It's okay to reheat after cooking.
Right, so these are the foods that are naturally high in resistant starch, which ties into what we're going to do today. Hey, Randall, I'll let you talk before I start cooking, okay? So today, like I said, we're doing a cauliflower lentil salad, right? Because we're talking about resistant starch today, so that was the tie-in, okay? So that's why, so that's really high in resistant starch. So you can eat this. It's a very guilt-free type of salad, you know? Okay. Yes?
What is this? What is this? Sorghum?
Sorghum. It's a whole grain. It's a whole grain. It used to be extremely popular here in the United States, but it's more popular overseas. They use it to feed animals now, but they also extract the sorghum. It's like and it's like a syrup. A sorghum syrup is sweet, maple-esque. I don't know, it has a distinct flavor. But you can buy sorghum syrup right beside maple syrup in the grocery store, and it's whole grain, and it's got lots of minerals and stuff in it. And notice the thing about the green banana. So green bananas and green plantain have resistant starch. As they ripen, it's converting to sugar. That's when they get sweet, all right? So like when I used to live in Dominican Republic, so if you're eating immature plantain, or tostones as they want to say, right, or potato, it's high in resistant starch. But when they're, for Nigeria, if you're eating plantains that are ripe, or plátanos maduros, then it's very high in sugar, all right? It just as it evolves because it's fully ripe. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's still whole food plant-based. All right, so this next section on butyrate. Who wants to read that? Lauren.
Butyrate is a short-chain fatty acid created when friendly gut bacteria break down resistant starch. Butyrate keeps your colon cells healthy and may provide protection against certain inflammatory diseases. The best way to increase levels of butyrate is to consume a diet rich in resistant starch.
Who had ever heard of butyrate before today?
I have.
Okay. This should be something you should be aware of, right? It contributes to a lot of things. It actually contributes to how you can be depressed and have mood swings and all that. And when you're not getting a lot of fiber in your diet and you're not eating a lot of foods that are rich in resistant starch, it can have those emotional effects as well. It's also good because it's going to help reduce anything that's oil-based, that's an excess in your body, like cholesterol, something like that. It'll help pull those out and you'll poop those things out, right? Butyrate is very, very, very important. So if today's your first day, make sure you keep that one locked in, all right? So let's look to the back. So we have the benefits of resistant starch. Let's see, in the orange dress, what's your name?
Wanda.
Wanda? Would you read gut health benefits, the first paragraph? Oh, I'm sorry. What's your name? Glenda, would you read the first paragraph of gut health?
Gut health, okay. Resistant starch passes through the stomach and small intestine, undigested and ultimately into the colon, where it ferments to feed the good gut bacteria. Beneficial gut bacteria, probiotics thrive in an environment rich in probiotics, so providing them with a regular supply of resistant starch can contribute to optimal gut health.
Excellent. And your name again? Tish. Oh, that's right. I remember how you spelled it. Would you read the second paragraph?
Also, when the friendly bacteria is your gut feeds, only resist the starch, a compound called
Butyrate.
Butyrate forms. Butyrate is primary fuel for the cells that line your colon, keeping them healthy, further contributing to optimum gut health.
So colorectal cancer is one of the cancers that are on the rise in the United States, okay? And I had a personal loss in my family from undiagnosed colorectal cancer. So that's why when we talked about poop for so many weeks here, and even though some people might have been freaked out, but most of y'all loved it, it's so important because that is a very preventable type of cancer, okay? So making sure you're regular, making sure you understand what qualifies as a healthy bowel movement, and making sure you're eating things like this so you have the butyrate, because it's the lining of your colon, and that's the last part before things exit the body, right? So you want to make sure that you're eating these foods. You can't just do it once every 2-3 months. It ain't hitting it. It has to be a part of your actual regular diet, all right? Any questions on that?
Yeah, could you explain a bit about butyrate? Yeah.
Yes, so think of the butyrate as essentially a prebiotic, and it feeds the healthy, good bacteria in your gut, which are the probiotics. The probiotics have to eat something. Hey, Denise. And so that's what it is, but they need the right food. So when we had talked about prebiotics before, like oatmeal, things like that, You know, when you eat foods like lentils, beans, those have those prebiotics that feed that healthy, good gut bacteria. And if you're not eating enough of that, your colon, the line of your colon won't be lined in that. That's where it's mostly concentrated. And it has so many benefits for not only your digestive health, but for your emotional health and for your overall hormonal balance. Yep. Okay, blood sugar control. Did you read that paragraph?
Blood sugar control. During the process of digestion, most carbohydrates are broken down to glucose that serves an energy for the body. Because resistant starch resists the digestive process, it is not converted to glucose and therefore does not contribute to increased blood sugar levels.
So there's several things we taught in this class that our bodies resist the digestive process. So when you're eating things high in resistant starch, your body's not going to digest it, much like when you eat insoluble fiber, right? It's the same way, it avoids the digestive process. That's why it's a rotor-rooter, and it starts pulling stuff that needs to come out and go out and adds bulk to the stool. Same thing happens here when you're eating foods rich in resistant starch. Does that make sense?
Now,
Yes,
right,
ma'am.
the low blood. So the insoluble is that gel.
The soluble is the gel.
Because I had that question from last week. Okay, thank you.
Yes, the insoluble fiber specifically, yeah, it correlates. Great question. I forgot your name, Dwayne? Torres. Okay, I'm sorry. All right, would you read fullness and regularity?
Resistant starch can help you feel fuller, larger, and may contribute to weight management and stabilization. It may also improve regular bowel movement, helping prevent constipation and promote regularity.
And we know how bowel movement regularity is essential because we talk about that ad nauseum in this class, right? Any questions about that before we move to the next paragraph? I want to brush it over for anybody who might be new or didn't hear the multiple lectures about that. Or constipation. Okay. Glenda? No.
Right here.
Wanda, would you read cholesterol, please?
Resistant starch functions as solvent fiber in the digestive tract. As it moves through the small intestine to the colon, it has the ability to capture
Oil-soluble substances.
substances, like cholesterol, and clean them from the body. This may contribute to lower blood cholesterol levels.
So like we talked about, when you're eating a diet that's richer in fiber, and when you're eating a diet that's richer in resistant starch, those excesses in the blood, those excess triglycerides, your excess cholesterol level, your excess estrogen, your excess androgens, that can only, because of they're fat soluble base, you can only poop those out. You can't pee it out, you can't sweat it out, you can't breathe it out. It has to be pooped out. And how are you gonna get that out? You have to have fiber, and you have to have the right kind of fiber, right? So that's why this is so important. So people are taking all these statin drugs, all these things, like, well, I know what you're not eating. I know what you're not eating, right? And you're taking these pills that have all these other side effects when you could really change your diet, change your lifestyle, change your diet. Okay, last one, Coretta, would you read cancerous?
The positive gut health effects of resistant starch and the production of butyrate contribute to its potential ability to reduce colorectal cancer risk.
It will significantly, I can't say it guarantees you won't ever get it because no one can make that claim legally anyway. But if you're having regular bowel movements and they're quality bowel movements and you're eating a healthy, balanced, whole food, plant-based diet, your chances of getting colorectal cancer are so slim, it's so slim. Okay, like I said, I can't say 0%, but it'd be so slim. And that's one of the main cancers. Stomach cancers and colorectal cancer, it's like doing like this in the United States. Okay, because more and more processed foods, more and more drive-thrus, more and more frozen, more and more packaged convenient foods that are just filled with crap and chemicals. And that's why it's going up like that, because we're not designed to eat chemicals. We're designed to eat real food that's been grown. Hi, Deb. Welcome to Love in Action. Okay, so any questions about the lecture overall or any questions about resistant starch? was this all new information, or is this kind of like all new?
The butyrate, number one.
Butyrate.
Yes, very important, new, and that was very good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what foods are you gonna start eating so you can have more butyrate and more resistant starch in your diet?
Beans, peas, lentils,
Okay.
whole grain, plantain. But the ripe, it doesn't matter, you said, because even if they are ripe, they're just gonna be sugar. That's gonna be the treat.
So okay, so for plantain, as a Nigerian, okay, we eat mature plantain, period. Okay? Previously being married to a Dominican, they eat unripened plantain, which I personally don't like. But it's just different purpose. This is one way to get your resistant starch, okay? It's just one way. But when you have a ripened plantain, a fully ripened plantain, then all of its minerals and all of its vitamins are fully present. When they're unripened, they're not present. So there's pros and cons. And there's natural sugar that your body can digest. It's like eating an apple. Like if you're eating a fruit, it's supposed to be eaten when it's ripe, so you can get all the nutrients. And in this country too, most people are used to eating unripened fruit and veg, and then they wonder why it doesn't taste good, because it's not even ripe. And people don't even know what ripe looks like or tastes like. So that's a whole other discussion. I've been saying I'm gonna do a grocery tour for the longest. I need to do that.
Yes, man,
So,
I agree.
it'll come.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other questions or comments? Yeah.
So I just recently heard about a celebrity. He was talking about his diet. So he found out that with bananas, because he had problems, digestive problems. Even though your banana might be ripe, but when he started letting them brown and started getting to the fermenting process, he said that was beneficial for him. Still like eating green banana.
Yeah.
Let it dry, kind of brine like.
Yeah. That's how we eat them. That's how we eat them.
I would call that overgrowth.
Yeah.
And for us, when I say us, I'm talking about West Africans, for us it's right.
Yeah.
And that's how we eat them.
Yeah. It's more healthy.
And that's when they're actually healthy, that's when everything's present.
Everything's present.
But it's not good for somebody that is diabetic.
Okay, so you missed the diabetics here. So diabetes is not caused by eating excess sugar, okay? It's not. And I'm not saying that you should go out and eat a whole bunch of crappy sugar, okay? I'm just saying that if you were, that doesn't cause diabetes. Diabetes is caused by a buildup of saturated fat that coats the cell, that blocks the sugar, the insulin from getting into the cell. So when you reduce your saturated fat intake, meaning the dead animals and stuff, when you reduce that and cut the oil out of your diet, and then you eat whole foods, real food, then this insulin can actually get into the cell. Right? And so like there's so many, like you can go on PubMed and see articles, people who just ate white rice who had diabetes and diabetes went away because it's not based on sugar. Right? They only call it sugar because it's backed up in your bloodstream because it can't get into the cell. That's why when you urinate it smells sweet, because it's just coming out of your kidneys, it's in your blood, and your blood is being filtered by the kidneys because it can't get into the cell because it's coated in fat. Okay, so this doesn't mean anti-fat, it means be conscious of the fact that we all need saturated fat because that's where our hormones come from, that's how we get our cholesterol, but you have to be mindful of how much you're consuming. And if you're eating a standard American diet, which is meat, cheese, eggs, and all the other things, then you're eating way too much saturated fat. Okay, you have to balance that. So even if you want to be plant-based and not be vegan and still have 75% of your plate be plants and 25% can be animal or plant, if you're doing it mindfully like that and balanced and you're reducing, you're not putting oil and mayonnaise on every freaking thing you eat, then you can do that. Okay? Yeah.
So for people that still eat eggs, boiled eggs, some people say it's the yolk that has the cholesterol, so they just eat the white part. But I mean, is it true that it's just the yolk?
The yolk has the most concentrated form of cholesterol on the planet, actually.
Okay.
And per the American Heart Association, I'm almost certain it's the American Heart Association, you're only supposed to consume another species cholesterol because we don't need cholesterol. We make our own cholesterol. Okay, so we can have a zero cholesterol diet because our bodies make. If you have skin and hair and nails, your body is from cholesterol.
Okay.
But if you want to eat another species cholesterol, you're not supposed to exceed 300 milligrams a day. One egg is 200 milligrams of cholesterol, just one egg. So people are going way above that. And then if you're actually eating meat and you're actually eating cheese, which is it's consolidated because it's breast milk that's been stripped down, and it's just like you're just getting a lot of fat, and a lot of the triglycerides. You just don't need it.
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so y'all went so fast, we never even heard what Tori said about the planting.
Oh. Would you repeat?
The plantain, overripe plantain.
But what was the statement about them? Like you heard somebody
They're
say
full,
something.
they're fully ripe and nutritious in every aspect.
Once they start fermenting.
Once
You
they're,
know, when they're black.
when they're
You
black.
liked them before they were.
When they're black, that's when it's fully ripe, and that's when you can eat them without cooking,
Right.
particularly when you're talking about plantain.
No, just
You can eat
restatement
them
of
raw, because it's actually ripe then. Prior to that, they have to be cooked.
Athlete mentioned them overripe.
Oh, okay. And that was not the understanding.
So you
Slight, it's a slight mush. They actually still hold their shape when they're black.
but you eat them then when they get black.
You can eat them at any stage. We're just talking about the various stages of how they evolve. So when they're green, it's really high in resistance starch, which is super healthy for you. When they're yellow, they have some sweetness to it. They have some sugars in it. It has still some resistant starch in it. When it's fully ripe, when it's black, that's when all the minerals and the vitamins are present, and that's when you can eat it raw. So it just depends on what you're doing and what your preferences are. Yeah, I'm not saying don't eat this kind. It's just we're just talking about the rainbow of how it ranges. Yeah.
Eat it raw? In the Caribbean, we fry it, well, I bake it, once the skin is black.
Yeah.
So you say eat it raw?
You can eat raw plantain when it's black. Prior to that, it should be cooked.
Oh,
Yes.
I can see that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
can,
black,
I
like
can
it's
try
real.
it.
I'm talking about black.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
when it's
sweet.
Yeah, that's when it's the
Caribbean,
sweetest.
That's right.
Yeah. Yep. Any other questions or comments?
It sounds like you should make a YouTube video on plantain.
Or something, yeah.
I have the building blocks that do. I never finished it. I have the plantain ranging in colors and all that. And I just, hey, she pushes me. I just need to finish recording. I do have. It's been like I probably need to re-record because I don't even know if my hair was red at that time. I did it, but yeah.
So the green plantains are the ones that they eat, the tostones.
Uh-huh.
But then when they turn, are they two different types, the sweet, or just when they turn ripe, when they ripen, the more that's what they call the sweet plantains?
That's what they call sweet plantain.
Same.
It's the same one.
Okay.
It's just like a bell pepper, green bell pepper and red bell pepper, it's the same pepper. It just
Okay.
goes through, right? When it's red, it's fully ripe. That's when all the vitamin C is present. That's when all the minerals are present. And it's not so much so the case with the green one, right? So it's just the same thing. It's just the evolution of that particular fruit or vegetable.
Okay.
What about the orange pepper?
So it goes from red to yellow to orange it goes from green to yellow to orange to red.
Okay.
Yeah. In the case of bell peppers. And actually hot peppers too, the same evolution, it's the same one. Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Green bananas.
Uh-huh.
So there are green bananas that we boil to put in our soups and stews
Yep.
in the Caribbean.
Yep.
But then there are also the regular bananas that we eat that are green before they turn yellow.
Mhm.
So they're,
And both have high resistance starch. So you have the Butyrate bananas and you have the Cavendish bananas, and both when they're green still are high in resistance starch, and they're still really good to eat. I'm personally allergic to bananas. I can't personally. I can only do plantain. But the Butyrate and the Cavendish, because the Cavendish is what you see every. That's the one that's been hybridized all over the world. Bye, Chris. Have a good day. And the Butyrate ones are the ones that are native to the Caribbean and all that. So they're still fine to eat. Yeah, you can eat them at any color. I'm not saying don't eat this color. I'm just explaining what you're getting. You're not losing, you just get, it's shifting. It's shifting. You're gaining certain things and other things are fading and other things are increasing. So it just depends on what it is. I'm just informing you of what those shifts are. Yep. Yes?
Can you freeze like that almond milk or oat milk or any of that?
I've never tried, Sharon. The question is, can you freeze almond or oat milk? I'm sure you can. I just never have personally done it. I always just make it fresh and keep it in the fridge. Not 10 days. I'll say 5-7 days tops. If you're doing it fresh and no heat was used to do it, it'll last longer. If heat was used, like if you use a high speed blender to do it, it'll be like 3-4 days. Any other questions or comments?
So, can I suppose
Yeah.
oat milk? You mentioned oat milk.
Mhm.
I hear a lot about it's not good for you.
So there's a couple things. So anytime something is good, then the opposite industry wants to bastardize it, right? They want to say, still drink the breast milk of a cow over the oat milk. But the part with the oat milk or any other non-dairy milk, they're putting a lot of crap in it, right? They're putting oils, they're putting all these things in it to make it feel more like cow breast milk, and or to give it more of a mouthfeel that you're accustomed to, versus it just being what it is. And just to help people, they say it's a transition thing. So if you're used to having 2% milk or whole milk, whatever, then here's the equivalent of that in a non-dairy form. But to do that, you have to add thickeners, you have to add oils and things to have that same mouth texture. So that's why when I always talk about it, either make it yourself, it's super quick and easy to do, or get something that just has 2 ingredients: cashews and water, oats and water, almonds and water, right? Just do that.
I mean, now you're bringing up another topic with these cashews, because they're saying that part of the poison ivy family.
They are.
And that we shouldn't be eating cashews.
No. Okay, okay, we're at the top of our lecture hour. I can answer this real quick. So cashew, it comes from a cashew apple. Okay, that's how it's grown. So it's an apple tree, it's called. And then once the apples come, the 1 cashew nut comes up per apple. All right, and so when that, yes, if you look at that, it's a cashew apple. It's a little apple, and then from the apple the cashew comes out. Okay, when you are picking those cashews, most plants have a reaction. When you try to destroy the plant, it feels like it being attacked. A poison will come out. Okay,
Just like it's alive.
Right, and it's protecting itself. So that's why there's truly no real such thing as truly raw cashews, because they have to apply a little bit of heat to extract it to get the cashew nut. But when we get them here in the United States, we don't have to deal. It's like if you're getting them from where they're actually grown, we have to deal with that. But you get them here, they're fine. So again, it's a lot of propaganda.
It's terrible.
It's a lot of propaganda to keep you from eating fruits and vegetables.
That's good. That's good.
I stopped eating them too.
No, we're having cashews today. Okay.
And I'm just quarterbacking, they in my head.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, cashew nuts. You're talking about cashew nuts?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yes, because I read somewhere there was the same family as poison ivy.
It is.
It
Oh.
There are a lot of things that are related like just think about your family. Do you have like your cousins?
That's right.
Okay, y'all were just related, right?
That's
Okay, it'll make you poisonous because your cousin might be poisonous, right?
Was it healthy?
Okay.
Was it healthy? Okay.
One more
scenario.
thing. So instead of the almond milk or the oat milk, you can do 1% milk. I mean, it's safer than all that other stuff. And I'm asking because you're saying all the stuff that they put in the almond milk or the oatmeal to make it.
It's a good question. So for those that watching at home, so the question is, if these non-dairy milks, if they're adding so much crap to it, is it safer just to drink the 1% breast milk, right? And the one thing I'm firm about, I make sure that this class is about informed choice. I'm not here to tell you to be vegan. I'm not here to tell you how to live your life. I'm here to give you information so you can make informed choices, right? So you know how it affects your body. The only thing I always have a hard line on is no dairy, okay? You want to eat dairy animals, that's your prerogative, make sure it's organic. No dairy, okay? Why? Especially if you are a melanated person. Why? It is breast milk. What does breast milk do? Okay, if you're eating if you're drinking cow's breast milk, it is intended to grow a calf to a 400-pound cow. Look at all these kids today. They're fat, they're tall, they got all this going on at 5 years old. It is breast milk for another species. It is not made for human consumption. Okay, that's what it is. The only remote caveat I can give to that, if I'm being across the board, right, is if you were drinking raw breast milk, straight from the cow, no pasteurization. The pasteurization is what's killed it all, okay? Because before we used to have it used to float to the top, the cream and all that. They don't do that anymore. Now it's ultra processed. They heat it, they kill off any kind of nutrients that are in there that's beneficial, and you're left, it's a breast milk, it's a breast duct, right? So all the fat, everything that cow ate, which is all the genetically modified soy, all the crap feed, all the antibiotics that they're constantly giving because they're in these horrible conditions, that's in the breast milk and you're drinking it, okay? So no ice cream, none of that. You can find the non-dairy version of everything. So I'm especially if you are a melanated person, leave dairy alone, is not for you. If you must consume dairy, have it straight from the teat, okay? That's the only way. That's the only way it has any kind of quote-unquote nutrition. So So unless you're like on Naked and Afraid, okay, there's no reason. There's no reason. Okay, outside that, eat all the dead animals you want to have. I don't support it, that's what you want to do, but it's detrimental to your health consuming dairy. And if they take this video down, then so be it. I cannot support it. I can't support it.
You said what you said.
And it's true. We support you.
Let's cook. Okay, Sharon. She said, okay, all right, let's wrap this thing on up. All right, I got you. Let's get to all right, so for the new people here, please go to my website, www.thenaijagoddess.com, and Naija is spelled Naija. And then click on the hamburger menu, click on recipes, and the top 2 recipes there are what we're doing today.
Something else down there too. There you go. Thank you. She moved.
All right. So I know y'all like those easy kind of dump and go recipes, and since I'm trying to get y'all out of here early today, that's what we're gonna do. So who's on the website to keep me honest so I don't start making up stuff like I like to do?
Anybody got her?
I'm on it. What you doing?
You're on it, Lauren? Okay, Lauren's always on it. All right. So I have some cooked lentils here. And just for time's sake, I've already roasted cauliflower that's here. So it's very simple. So we just talked about lentils, and lentils are high in what?
Protein.
Fiber.
Yes.
Fiber, right?
Resistant starch. Oh, Lord, come on. Yeah.
The whole topic.
The whole topic of the day. Yep, it's really high in resistant starch. But yes, it is a source of protein and all of the things, and good source of fiber and all the things you all mentioned. So that's correct. So here are some lentils you can use. I use brown lentils. You can use black lentils. You can use green lentils. I wouldn't use red lentils. They get too mushy. Hi, welcome to Love in Action. I'm gonna pour this in there. So we have our lentil base. So let me follow the instructions. I'm just starting to do stuff. Okay, Lauren, what's step 1?
Preheat the oven.
I'll skip all the cauliflower part.
Okay, meanwhile, add lentil salad ingredients to a large bowl. What you need,
All right, so we got the lentils. Here's one, it's a shallot. I'm doubling this recipe because it's for all you all, right? So I have like 4 cups of lentils instead of 2.5. This is 2 shallots instead of 1 that I've diced up. And who are called shallots, even though they kind of taste like onion, they're actually cousins to what?
You say shallots?
Shallots. They're close to what? They're related to what? They're not in the onion family. They're in the, well, they are in the onion family, but they're related, they're cousins to what?
Celery?
Scallion?
Garlic. The shallots are cloves, like garlic grow in cloves, right? Whereas onions grow in rings, so they're closely botanical wise. Okay.
2 cloves of garlic.
All right. You know, I always put something moderate on the garlic, but put as much garlic as you want. Okay.
Absolutely, me too. Where's my sister at?
I got you, Sharon.
Just a 3, huh?
It's nothing hot today, okay?
Okay.
No spice day for those with the baby mouths, okay? That's okay. All right, what else?
1/4 cup of sun-dried tomatoes.
Okay. All right, drain the oil out of this.
So no oil, okay. Is it okay if you just use oil? Some oil.
It's your prerogative, Sharon.
Oh, okay, I did. Why did you drink?
Because I'm conscious about using oil. It has to be for flavor or texture or make a point. And then even though I drained the oil, there's still residual oil on the tomatoes.
Okay,
Okay.
Parsley, 1 bunch.
All right, I have 2 bunches here. This is parsley that I've chopped up already. I might just put half in. Mix that in really well. 2 tablespoons? That's
I
it?
mean, no, yeah, it says 2 tablespoons.
Oh, that's for the fresh basil. Okay. That's already smelling really good. Oh, y'all can smell it?
I can.
Okay, so here's our basil, already chopped up, that I got from our taro garden over there.
I love basil.
That basil right there.
That's basil. and lettuce greens and red leaf lettuce over there, yep. All right, so I'm gonna give this a toss too. Okay. What else?
2 tablespoons red wine vinegar.
Okay, I'll add that in last. I'm gonna add in the dried basil. I'm gonna have, or I guess I'll put it all in. And then, okay, I guess I always add pepper or something. You know, you need a catalyst. So I won't put the whole thing. I'll put in half the black pepper for y'all. Lord have mercy. Okay. Okay, I'll put in a third of it for y'all. Okay, mix that around. And put this other tomato in there too. Okay, put that in there. So I'm doubling it. Okay.
Did you get any of that from your tower card? That's looking good.
I sure did. I got the basil from the tower garden. Sure did. And what else other than the cauliflower?
Vinegar and lemon.
Okay. Yeah, I ran out of red wine vinegar, and so I'm using the white balsamic vinegar. Use whatever vinegar you like. Okay. And we're adding the vinegar because it's a salad. And what does the vinegar do? What is when you consume something with vinegar? What does it help do? So what now? It blunts your blood sugar from spiking. So that's why if you eat like your salad first and it has vinegar on it, whatever you eat after that, it will not spike nearly as high. Now, when you eat, your blood sugar is supposed to rise. It's part of what's supposed to happen, but it's not supposed to shoot up, spike. The vinegar blunts that.
So any type of vinegar?
Yes.
Sometimes.
It's with vinegar on the salad.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yep. And what else?
1 lemon.
Yep. It's like missing.
All right, lemon and vinegar, that's good.
Because I didn't do a dressing,
Okay.
right? So I don't normally do dressing. I either eat my salads, as the people say, dry, or I just add lime or lemon juice.
I'm learning. That's why I didn't know I had that dressing on that salad last week. But it was good.
I'm glad y'all like that.
Carrots in there.
And when you're making stuff like this, I always tell you, your ingredients matter. Don't buy the stuff in the can. It tastes nothing like an actual lemon juice. Now, if that's all you have at the moment, you can make it work, but the flavor difference is night and day. So when you're eating whole food plant-based, buy the organic ingredients. Most of our recipes don't have that many ingredients to them, so make sure that the ingredients are quality, right? Because you want to be able to taste this and be like, oh, this is good, I want to continue to eat this. Okay. What else? The cauliflower? It's roasted. Roasted cauliflower. So this is a salad that has some substance to it, right? This is a salad that's a meal as well.
What'd you put on that?
So I put garlic powder, onion powder, smoked paprika, a little bit of pepper, no salt, and a little bit of non-dairy Parmesan, and roasted it.
Non-dairy Parmesan. Yeah.
Yes, I used the Follow Your Heart brand, and that's in the section where you find tofu.
Yeah.
Now this is, so I've had it sit in this pan, so it's gotten a little soft, but when you make it at home, it's still like crispy. The cauliflower's not really crispy right now. Ooh, that looks so good to me.
All right.
Yeah, this is fantastic. And you see we didn't add any salt. So normally, if you want to add salt, you do it at the very end. Now, this is very contrary to culinary school. Culinary school, they teach us you build flavor, okay? Every layer you add more salt because that's how you season it. But then at the end, you can have a really high sodium. That's why when you eat in a restaurant, the sodium is really high, and you probably don't have as much potassium on your plate to balance that out. But if you season at the end, and when you use acids like a vinegar or a lemon, you will automatically use less salt because it already fills those receptor sites on your palate. So if it even needs salt, you will put a lot less salt. So do that at the end. and season your taste as you go along. Don't let it be a surprise to you and your guests. Okay? Just because you follow the recipe. Okay? Taste as you go along, because you might have a different brand than the recipe author or whatever. Okay? So this is a very substantial meal.
Yes.
It has the healthy protein, it has the carbs, it has the fats. Okay? And it's fully balanced. And it's quick. The only thing that takes a little bit of effort is the cauliflower. So either you can buy a whole cauliflower and chop it up in florets like I did, and if that's too much work for you, you can just buy cauliflower florets. Okay? Whatever works. All right, so now before I get this to you all, because I know y'all ready to eat something.
Oh, yes.
Let me taste it. Huh?
You can store it.
This stores well in the fridge. And you can eat this cold, or you can choose to warm it up if you so choose. Okay. So let's see.
It tastes good.
I'm happy with that. That's what I intended for it to taste like. Let me say that. You might want a hair bit of salt, but I'm good with it. Okay. Take this and pass it down. I'll come around and get everybody a scoop. Let me get a spoon. Okay. Huh? Is that all? Oh, if you're ordering any food from the restaurant, we're doing last call, okay? So please get your orders in the next 15 minutes. Trish, can you get one of the boys to give me a serving spoon? And these recipes that I create, it's not prescriptive. So if you like more tang, more vinegar, then add more vinegar. If you like more salt, then add more salt, okay? Add more of what you like. If you don't like cauliflower, then use a vegetable that you do like, okay? Broccoli works really well. It's always a good substitute. I can see eggplant as well working. If you don't like sun-dried tomatoes, then use fresh tomatoes. You know what I'm saying? Just use what you like that's gonna make you wanna eat it. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. All right.
That's spaghetti from the other night. Really.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. The spaghetti from Friday night.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Actually, this is gonna start. Hey, why should I? Can you pass this out? Because if I go in front, it's gonna start making a lot of noise.
Screeching and squealing.
Huh?
Screeching and squealing.
Yeah, as soon as I said, ooh, I should not step in front.
You have the board.
One of those, yeah.
The board. You have it.
No, I need it from. Trish, get some forks, please. A bunch of them.
Well, this bowl is heavy. Oh, that
Yeah, give everybody a fork, baby.
Light up, light up around.
Thank you.
All right.
But it's what you, it's a little fine. I hear a lot about tomatoes too, that they farm, you know. Okay.
It's always a grain of truth to something that's not overall true. It's always a spark. It's like they'll take one thing and kind of. So we can talk about it after class because I can't give medical treatments, medical diagnosis, medical anything on camera.
I was trying to think about the flavor that I would give. But it's very good above myself.
And the only thing I said, like, I had to sit in that thing so the cauliflower would have been crunchy to add the texture for that. Yep. Huh? Oh, you like it? You like it soft? Okay. It wasn't intended to be soft.
I use the white rice vinegar olive oil.
It's one of my favorite vinegars. I made my chickpea salad with this.
Oh, chickpeas. may take the
Yeah, we use turkey pasta here at the restaurant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, I know the dish.
And chickpea flour. So if you buy anything that's breaded here, we bread it in chickpea flour. Yeah.
Oh, so cauliflower.
Yep, it's breaded, it's chickpea flour.
Yeah, but it's very light. The oil is very light, so.
Yeah, we use grapeseed oil here. So just something different, something, another salad y'all can add to the repertoire, okay?
And then you got these two to tell us.
Yep, Brandon, you wanna come up and, we're gonna have Mr. Randall come and talk to y'all for a quick sec, and then we'll go into our sweet or snack of the day, and, get y'all out of here. Now, I would have added more black pepper to it personally, but, you know.
Black pepper, okay.
Is it okay? It's good? Yeah.
It's really good, yeah.
Right.
I like black
I was
pepper.
suspect, I was like, this is suspect. I was like, I said, I say this.
I need one more plate.
I don't have more. What made it suspicious?
Just the look of it.
The look.
Hey, they better take
That's what keeps me from eating a lot because of the look. When I see what's in it, then, okay, I'm willing to try it.
This is how I like to cook anyway, but I put the spices.
They can use this.
They're gone.
Is that one or two?
I look at sun-dried tomatoes.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of fresh tomatoes. The way they sell them in grocery stores, like grown or go to the farmer's market, it's just too acidic. So I always like sun-dried tomatoes. But that's why I said, if you like fresh tomatoes, you know, it's just a baseline.
Then I'm gonna use the top.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Okay. So that's okay? Okay, I'm seeing overall size, all right? You can work with it, all right? That's all I'm going for, working with it.
Where's the fork?
Baby boy's passing them out. All right, Randy, you wanna come give your spiel before we go to our snack? I don't have the handheld, so you gotta project, I don't have the handheld.
That's fine. How's everybody doing today?
Great.
My name is Randall, and this is my younger brother Amir. Yeah, I'm glad y'all get to meet him today. Thank you. Thank you. So we're the owners of Ethos Illuminations. It is the best candle company in the Carolinas. We service vegan candles. So this started with a gift, actually. Around Mother's Day, I wanted to give my mother a candle. She loves candles. However, a big issue was she usually gets Bath and Body Works, and I wanted to get her something better than that. I wanted to avoid the paraffin wax, the unknown fragrances that's in there. You don't know where it came from, where it sourced at, and I wanted to make a better product. And that's what we did. It was a combination of blood orange and ginger. She loved that fragrance. And ever since then, she also gave me the idea of why not do a candle business? People love the candles that we make, love handing them out. It's very relaxing, very therapeutic experience as well. So it's so beneficial. Why not share it? And got my younger brother along. Love working with him. A dynamic duo, basically. You get the work done, and that's how it works out. So I'm gonna give it to him.
Yeah, as you may know, my name's Amir.
Speak up, baby.
As you may know, my name's Amir. I'm 14, and I supply, manage, and create all the products that and also research and develop future products that we're going to create.
Awesome.
Yep.
So proud of you.
Yep, so if anybody would be interested in purchasing any candles, we'll be back there by the flag in the back on that back table setup. We'd love to talk to you about the process, the benefits of soy candles, and about the fragrances we use and what inspires the same. Thank y'all.
Thank you. That the candle burns very clean.
Thank you.
And that it smells very good.
Thank you
Is there
so
any way
much.
we can give you a review?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. There.
So you got to.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I got a website. I can do shipping. Okay.
I review every show.
It must be on your receipt. Is there a name
Yeah,
of
when you get the
business?
receipt, you
Is
get the
that
name.
website?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll give a review.
Yeah. But I love to talk to y'all when y'all done eating, cause see, it was pretty good. Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Thank y'all. You're wonderful. They are wonderful. Okay. So this is called a trail mix cup. I just called it that because I did. And after I put it up on the website, I was like, well, there's no dried fruit in it. Most trail mix have dried fruit. So you can add dried fruit if you want. I didn't. Yep, you can customize it to your heart's desire, okay? So this is super easy, because again, I said, y'all like easy dump and go recipes that have some flavor. And then every now and then I throw in one that requires a little bit of effort. So, let's see, call my ring. All right, so who's following along outside of Lauren on the website? Nobody? Oh, Pam, Denise, okay, I was like, y'all just making boring do all the heavy lifting, huh? Okay, hey Trish, is my silicone muffin pan still back there in the kitchen? Because the mom was using it? All right, so we're gonna take a half cup of almonds. Yes?
Yeah, half a cup of cashews.
Half cup of cashews.
Half a cup of pistachios.
And again, not prescriptive, it's what I had in my house. That's what went in the recipe. Thank you. I actually bought some macadamia, thank you so much. I actually bought some macadamia nuts and other stuff. And as a person when I was still sick and super fat, like I had a severe allergy to nuts. So everything would have been just seeds. I'm always conscious that you can do this with sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, chia seeds, huh? So you don't have to add any nuts. I said all that to say you don't have to add any nuts to it. Right. So that was a half cup of pumpkin seeds there, and now a half cup of pistachios. Again, it's getting close to the kitchen winding down. If you want to place any orders, please feel free to proceed and do that. That's a half cup of pistachios. I'll just put the rest in there. And then I think I said 2 tablespoons of hemp hearts.
Yes, hemp seeds.
Yes. All right.
That's
So the hearts are the seeds.
Yes, ma'am. They've been taken out of the shell.
okay.
Yep. Because there's a whole different flavor when it's in the shell. All right, I think I said a third of a cup of maple syrup. You can do a quarter cup or a third of a cup. I'm gonna start with just a quarter. Start with that and then see if we need to do more. Ah.
Any of those hemp hearts, where can you get those?
Any grocery store, Blue Line, Pear Cedar, Walmart, all the places have them. All right. This off. Adante, can you give me a spoon, baby? Thank you. We own Purple Shot Steppers, so we always do the cotillion or debutante, and they have their rehearsal. Thank you. Oh, okay, I'm in a serving spoon. That's okay. We'll make this work. Thank you so much. All right, so now you use whatever sweetener of choice. You can use coconut nectar, which is my personal favorite, maple syrup or agave, any liquid sweetener of choice that's whole. And you just toss that around. And that's really it. Now you can top it how you like.
Where's that little chocolate? Where's that cocoa?
What chocolate?
I thought I saw cocoa.
You do.
Oh, okay. You put some of that in there too?
That's a topping that you can use potentially. So all I do for these cups, I just put them into the muffin tin. and you wanna pack them in there, and you bake it on 350 for about 20 minutes or so, 20, 25 minutes. And then let it cool completely. That's the key to this. It has to cool completely, otherwise it just falls apart. Once it cools completely, it comes together and it's a little travel size thing. You can travel with them and you have your perfect little snack, right? Or if you're on the keto diet, a little fat bomb, okay? Or whatever it is you're doing. And it's super simple. So I've already got these done, so I'm not gonna do all that. But I wanted to show you all something else, how to make a very quick chocolate sauce.
All right. Oh, that's good.
So I'm gonna take here a very heaping tablespoon of chocolate powder.
Is that unsweetened?
Always unsweetened. This is the special dark kind, that's Dutch process. And then you add just a touch of sweetener and mix it, and you have a chocolate sauce. So instead of buying all the other things that you can buy, you can just make your own.
That is awesome.
And that's really it. So now, if you don't like cashews or whatever your thing is that you don't like or you don't have, then use what you have and use what you like. And then if you want this chocolate sauce drizzled on yours, you can. I like to put some flaky sea salt on there. And like I told you, I'm a little bit snobbish about certain ingredients. Like I have a whole bunch of stuff. And so my husband just bought me a bunch of specialty salts. He got me a citrus salt, a smoked salt, which I love, and a porcini salt. So I would sprinkle some of that on top, and if y'all want that sprinkled on top, you're more than welcome to. But you can see here, you just mix it up, and you have a chocolate sauce. It's pourable. Okay, and you know exactly what's in it.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
What was the chocolate sauce again?
Huh?
What was the chocolate sauce again?
You just whatever cocoa powder and maple or agave or coconut nectar. Or you can even put some water in it and then put even less sweetener in it if you want it less sweet. You know? Because this might be a little sweet for me. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you.
When people talk about chocolate causing hot flashes, does that have to do anything with the preservatives and things in chocolate, or is it?
If you're eating real chocolate, it does not have preservatives, and what can cause the hot flashes is the caffeine that's in it. And typically, when you're having the hot flashes result of a hormonal imbalance. So if it's particularly with a woman who's like in perimenopause, postmenopause, hormones are out of whack. So you have to get them balanced in different ways. So chocolate is not the culprit, but because it has certain things that it can amplify those kind of symptoms that you don't want. That's why it's super important to, whose phone is this? Oh. Yeah. But that's why. And that's why it's best if you're gonna consume chocolate, especially if you're a person experiencing something like that, make sure it is a organic chocolate and make sure it's 70% or more cacao or cocoa. Less sugar. Yep. Okay. All right, so. Pass these out. I'll pour a couple of drizzles on some of these and some salt on some of these and some of them plain. Okay, thank you, Rashad.
Where did you get the salts from?
I don't know where he got those from. Like I said, my husband got those from me. He said, I saw them, I knew you probably like them, so I just got them. And I said, thank you. And he asked me more questions. I was like, yep, they will be used. Because he knows I'm, especially salts and sugars and stuff, I'm drawn to it. And spices.
Danny, have you used black salt before? I heard somebody
I love it.
mentioning that. Yeah.
I love the flavor of it. It has lots of minerals in it. The black salt I use is from Hawaii, from the volcanic ash, and I just like that earthy flavor it has.
I think they said it's kind of sulfurish. sulfurous taste or something?
Yeah, are you talking about that black salt?
Yeah,
Yes, I use that when I'm making anything that requires an egg-like taste.
Yes, that's what I saw.
Yeah, that black salt is actually pink in color.
So I was watching a video of someone making the mimicking of scrambled eggs with tofu, and she said she used black salt, which I'd never heard of, and she said this is what makes it taste like
It tastes just like eggs.
And
Yeah,
she
because
said-
it's very high in sulfur, and when you smell black salt, it smells like a boiled egg.
Wow.
It really does. It's when you're like a real vegan, when you see stuff that's too close to animal product, it's a turn off. I was like, this is not working for me. Hey, Trudy.
With Just Egg, I used it when I tried Just Egg.
Okay.
That's when I first.
Oh, you used to season the black salt. Where'd you find the black salt?
It's everywhere now. Black salt's everywhere now. Okay, y'all.
Himalayan black salt.
No, we just take it to bed. All right, so some are sprinkled with the chocolate sauce, some are sprinkled with the citrus sea salt, and some are sprinkled with the smoked sea salt, and some are plain. Yeah. Yeah. I can't come in front of the speaker.
Sprinkle a little bit of coconut on it.
Anything, that'd be great. I love coconut, but I know a lot of people don't like coconut.
Somebody get a lemon cake and then get it?
Anybody get a lemon Moscato cake? Okay, so what do y'all think about this? This is extremely wholesome. Serving size is 1. One. This is not something to binge out on. Okay, it's still very high calorie, even though we don't, if you're eating whole food, you don't have to really worry about calories, but it's still high calorie, right? Even though it's healthy, right? And if it's a good snack during the day to hold you over into your next meal. It'll keep you full. You got the fiber. It has just a touch of sweetness to it that, gives you, satisfy your sweet tooth.
Chocolate and nuts. Perfect combination.
Oh, you got the chocolate one?
Oh, yes.
You got the omega-3s from the hemp seeds. And it's super quick. Easy. So as y'all can see, I just come here and then you just push them down so they're packed in there. And the maple syrup or agave or coconut syrup, whatever sweetener you use, is like the binder. And so when you bake it and let it cool, it keeps it held together. So this is a very good thing to meal prep, because you can make a whole tray of these and then you've got 12 of them, right? And it's easy. And then if you can't eat them all, you can freeze them. You can put them in the refrigerator so it'll last even longer. So, yeah, thank you so much. It's good? You sound surprised.
It's the first time.
Okay. Let's see, how's my doing on time? Okay, so yeah, I've kept my word. It's just about 4:20, so you can get out here, enjoy your Memorial Day weekend, and beat the storm that's coming. Any questions for me before we wrap up? Before I say, I want to say a couple things. I didn't do this at the beginning. For those of you that came to our monthly event on Friday, our Sip and Paint, we thank you so much. We ended up having a good time. We had some technical challenges, but we had a good time. I did a little reel of showing some people's artwork and stuff. Every month we do a monthly event here. So one for June will be on June 29th. It'll be a karaoke party here with a DJ and all that. And You don't have to be able to sing to do it, okay? Because I truly can't sing. And then the following month for July, we're gonna be doing bingo. We don't have a date for that yet, but it'll be bingo for July, karaoke for June. Okay, so our website, our new website, hey y'all. Hey, I got your stuff over here. I ain't leaving you hanging. I'm wrapping up, I come over there. What was I just saying? Oh yes, so, thank you. So changes are coming, so come June 1st, we're actually, Love and Action Cafe, we're going to the new Sullenberger Aviation Museum is open up to the public on June 1st. And we are the only vegan vendors gonna be out there, so we're doing that. So that's cool. Our new website will be going live that day, and we will have some menu enhancements that day. So when you come in on June 2nd, you will can see some of those menu enhancements and the website. And then going forward, if you want to RSVP for the class here or any of our monthly events, you'll be able to do it on the website. Okay? Yes, because we didn't know how you were coming to Paint Sip. Because we didn't have that infrastructure to get there. Was it a lot? It was packed. It was completely packed in here. We pulled all the tables from outside and everything. Oh, good. Yeah, it was good. It was fun. It was good. So I wanted to make sure I said that to you all. And yeah, I am here. We have 5 more classes left until we renew. So I encourage you and your friends to come.
Chef Magic, she said for bingo, she would love to hear a couple's dinner be a prize or a dinner.
I know my partner and I discussed, we're giving away a 50-inch TV, we're giving away a $100 gas card, and I can talk to him about a couple's dinner. Because I'm going to tell you, he need to cook it. I talked to him about it, see what we come up with. That'll be on the flyer, all the prizes from the bingo. Yep. Any other, are there any questions or comments? Oh, see how y'all do? Y'all eat, now you start talking, I'm paying no attention. Oh my gosh. Okay. So before we officially wrap class, are there any questions or comments before we wrap? Y'all don't know the stress I go through for this class every week, okay? I torment myself. I have so many recipe ideas that come in my head, and then I will let God tell me which one's best for the week. That's what happens, and so I don't know. And I make up recipes in my head. I'm just like, I'll go and say, what's in my pantry? Okay, what's my topic I'm going to discuss? Which takes me 4 days to figure out. And then from there, like, what correlates to the topic? Then I come up with stuff, and then I just, okay, that'll taste good. Like, I made all this up in my head. I had never made it before until today. But I know it'll work. Yeah, and last week's salad too, I made that up. That was the first time I made it. Yep. Yep.
This one is says stop stressing. Stop stressing.
I made that.
At this point, part of the process. So I have no idea what we're going to do next week. I have ideas, and I can tell you we're going to do this, and then it'll switch. So, yeah. So anyway, any other questions or comments before we wrap?
We love you.
I love you too. Thank you for joining us today. I hope you liked it. Thank you for joining us today. Hope y'all liked it. Okay. Hope y'all come back and bring a friend. We try to pack it out, but we have more tables and chairs we can add for the last few classes, okay? And with that, so thank y'all so much. Have a lovely weekend, okay? All right.
I like the dessert because I like milk.